Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Shash's Plays. Today we are going to be having another little discussion, talking about things that I would love to see changed for the upcoming season. So, we did a video like this where I talked about the ranked mode and the things that I would like to see changed about the ranked mode last week, and I think it was a pretty good video. We went over a lot of different things that I think could be improved about the ranked system and just the mode as a whole, and that'd be really nice. So this is just going to be more things, not so focused on like the ranked mode, but other things about the game, because while I do really enjoy the game, I think it is a very fun game. I think that there is still things that could be improved, and it can always be better. Anything can always be better, and we're here to put our views out there and say, hey, this is some things that I would like to see fixed up about the game, and here we go. So first up, let's talk about a couple mechanics and like gameplay things. So just things that I want to see fixed up in the gameplay, I guess you could say. And the first one is kind of a big one for me, is I think they need to nerf scoring. So hot take here, maybe a little bit. Score shield itself isn't broken. It might need a slight nerf, but overall I think score shield is doing what it's supposed to do, and that's fine. I think that is a good freaking item, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's doing its job. So the problem though is scoring. You get a lot of experience from scoring, and you get a lot of health regen back. Especially the health regen problem for me is kind of annoying, because it makes characters like Greedent and Lucario, they have a lot of good mobility and they can get in and out really easily. And yeah, like that just makes them able to run up in there. They can take a mountain of damage on the way in, and they can be at like freaking like a quarter HP, then they score like their 3 points and they're back above half, and like I think that is really dumb, and that alone needs to be kind of toned down a little bit. Also, the experience you get from it, like I do believe the experience scales with the larger dunks that you get, but it still gives you a decent chunk of experience, and I don't think that scoring those small goals, like those 3s and those 5s, should really be giving you that much experience. But that's something that have to be looked into and tested and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of like the bigger one of these gameplay things, is they need to really just nerf scoring itself. Like you get way too much health back, and you get too much experience from scoring itself. I think that's kind of a good thing to bring down, like tone down a little bit. Next up, I would love to see a removal of the mechanic where you need to KO something to evolve. I just think it's really dumb to get some Pokemon that just get stuck at these arbitrary level caps. You'll see that a lot, especially with like the level 6 evolutions, when everybody else is at level 5, and that's when like people start, like some of the other Pokemon start evolving, and getting their power spike, and you got a Ralt still, and they're going up against like a Cinderace or something like that. That's, well, a Raboot, but you know what I mean. And Ralt's level 5 versus Raboot level 5, like there's no competition there. So Ralts can kind of get stuck at this kind of situation. And you can even say like sometimes for like level 3 Pokemon, like that evolve into at level 4. Think of like Eldegoss or something like that. This could be a nice little buff for them as well, and I just think that you should just be able to tick over into your evolution. Like I think your passive EXP game should give you that push into your evolution if need be, and I think that it's a little bit annoying that some Pokemon can be so strong, and they don't have to evolve, so they never will run into this issue. They'll always be there, but I think that is a really annoying mechanic and can arbitrarily keep some Pokemon just stuck at a level, and there's nothing they can do about it. So yeah, there's that one. That's really the two big ones. There's a couple smaller things I would like to say. Is like I'd like to see a way that you can just remove having to manually upgrade your moves random items, moves in battle, because like I can't tell you how many times I'm in that last fight around Zapdos and I tick over into level 12 or level 13, whatever, and I have an upgrade available, but I'm too busy fighting. I want to be able to just, you know, okay, I ticked over into level 12, boom, there you go. My upgrades, my move upgraded. I'm good. But, you know, and the same thing kind of goes for your Unite move as well. Like, I know, like, some people, and I even did this a lot early on, I accidentally mashed the button, and as soon as I get the Unite move, I'll you know, use it. I just think that it should just be something, once you roll over into that level, or you level up into that level, yeah, boom, you just get it. There shouldn't be, like, you shouldn't have to do the macro, or hit a button to upgrade a move or get your Unite move. I think it's just kind of like a weird little thing that is about the game and needs to be upgraded, so... yeah, and then, like, a few other little things, like, you know, let's get some more maps. I would love to see another map. I did hear a argument about this, like, hey, we don't want too many maps in the game because people already don't know how to play on the map that we have, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense, I guess, but, you know, you could have just those maps available for, like, standard battles or something like that, and keep ranked mode the same map that we have. I don't know, like, I would just like to see another map, you know, change things up a bit. Even if it's like a cosmetic change to the map, that'd be cool too. So, and then last for this one, I want to see a longer game mode. You would have to, this would also have to go kind of hand in hand with a new map. Like, I feel like if you organize the map differently, and, you know, you get less Pokemon spawning, so, you know, the longer game mode, like, I would like to see like a 15-20 minute game mode, and then you have like a very bare map. Like, you don't get a ton of experience spawning like every minute. You know, you have less experience on the map, so like you are scaling better throughout the game. You know, like, it would be something that would have to be reworked entirely, but I think that would be kind of neat. So yeah. But yeah, that's just a couple mechanic changes that I wanted to talk about. So let's go ahead and just kind of, like, this next category I'm talking about, I just kind of called it the shop. So there's a few things in the shop and, like, around, like, currencies and stuff like that I wanted to talk about. So first off, I would like to say there's way too many currencies in the game, and I want us to just let us use tickets. Like, at very least, get rid of the holo tickets, holoware tickets, and the fashion tickets. Especially the fashion tickets, they are freaking useless. So, let's bundle all of that stuff into the tickets that you get. Like, I think they're called the AOS tickets, the blue tickets. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I think that the holoware tickets, the fashion ticket items, all that stuff, you should just be able to buy with the blue tickets, or maybe even just have something that lets you convert your blue tickets into these tickets or something, you know. I think that would be nice. There's just way too many currencies. You know, you have coins, you have blue tickets, you have fashion tickets, holoware tickets, gems. I guess technically you could say energy is a currency. Like, there's just way too many things that you just get, and it's just really, really dumb. So, but yeah. And then I'd also like to see, going hand in hand with that, I'd like to see some more costumes go into the holoware tickets. Like, you know, I would like to see that, you know, these things cost blue tickets, but, you know, we could go with that later. But yeah, especially like the cool ones, like, you know, the maybe not like the super expensive ones, like, you know, they need to make their money, and that's another thing we'll touch on slightly here in a little bit. But yeah, like the cool ones, like, you know, the $20 skins, like, you know, that Mr. Mime magician skin, the Fire Blastoise skin. Just put those into the holoware tickets and just make them cost a butt ton of tickets, you know. Like, you can buy like the costume for your character that came with the Ninetales, and it's like $30, but you can still buy it with tickets. And that should be the same thing, like with these skins. Like, I think that you just, you know, just say, here you go. If you really want to get it now, you can pay with gems and real money, or you can just save up a mountain of tickets, or just wait until the end of the season, get your big 20,000 tickets, and then you can buy buy this or something like that, you know. I think that'd be a nice little change. You know, just cut down on the currencies and just lump like the Call-Aware tickets in there with them, and then just bring some of those cooler costumes in, like, you know, like the $20 skins, basically. The $40 skins, though, this may sound weird, but I think that they're fine. There really isn't that many. We've only seen, what, like the Ninetales one and the Lucario one. While I do think that they probably shouldn't be $40, I think that that is a little excessive still. But, you know, the game has to make money, and there really hasn't been that many of these skins. They do look very nice, and you can tell they have put in some effort into them, and that's pretty cool. But you also got to think that they have also put effort into, like, the Gengar skin that we just got in the Battle Pass, and the Cinderace skin that we got in the last one, the Talonflame. Like, these are the same quality skins that we're getting for essentially free with the Battle Pass, or exactly free if you are counting the Talonflame one with the energy. Like, yeah, they have to make money, and I think that charging $40 for a skin every now and then is fine. And of course you're buying the Battle Pass, but it's worth it. So, but yeah, like, I think that that is perfectly fine in my opinion. And while I would like to see it maybe drop down to about $30, you know, $40, it's fine. I think it's okay as long as they don't do it too often, you know. All right, next up, let's remove the weekly limit on coins. Like, I think that this is something that I think is just very arbitrary in the game, and it needs just to be cut down. Like, I don't think that there should be a weekly limit for anything. Energy, fine. It's fine. It's a lottery system. Who cares? But, like, if somebody wants to play the game all day, every day, make it worth it for them. Like, once you get to level 40, that's another thing I guess you could say. It was like, you know, once you get to level 40, you can't get anything else with the character points or whatever you want to call them. At least make it so that they can grind coins constantly. If you don't want there to be people to get like that many coins, just lower how many coins you get per game, you know. But there should be no limit on weekly coins. Like, I think that is really dumb. I think that they should just remove that entirely and just lower how many coins you get per game. Like, you know, I think it's what, like, you get like 30 coins for a win. Just make that like 10. There you go. Easy. So, yeah, and then last thing I would love to see is, like, just add something into the shop that lets you respec items. Like, it can be just, like, something that's, like, $1 or something like that, or I more ideally, like, make it cost tickets or coins or whatever. But yeah, I think that you need to have a way to respec items, especially if they are going to be nerfing and buffing items and stuff like that in this game, which I do foresee happening. I don't think that it's too far out of the question to see some nerfs to some items, and people might get upset if they spent so much on an item and they decide I'm gonna nerf this thing into the ground. I don't think that they're gonna do that bad, but let's have a respec option so you can bring an item all the way back down to level 1, and you just get all those item enhancers back and you can reinvest them into something else. I don't think that that is a hard thing to ask for. I think that is pretty small. So there you go. Next up, we got Spectator Mode. Just a little section about Spectator Mode. Spectator Mode is fantastic. I love it. We have been spectating some high-ranked games every now and then, and especially when I run into a team practicing and stuff like that. I think that's really, really fun to watch. But yeah, like, this is something that should be fixed up about the Spectator Mode. Just a few little things. So, for one, let us have a free move camera in Spectator Mode. Let us not, be able to move the camera around freely. Like, I really like being able to jump to different people, but like, I should be able to have a way that I can move the camera around freely in Spectator Mode, and I think that'd be really nice. So you can pause a match at a crucial moment and be able to move the camera around and just see what's going on the battlefield at any time, and I think that'd be really, really nice. Also, let us see what items and items people are running in Spectator Mode. Like, that gives us just a ton of context into the game, and to be able to see what these higher level players are running as per builds can really help people figure things out. And I know that there is a way that you can look at suggested builds and stuff like that, but some of those are freaking garbage. Like, yeah. So I think that's just a way to be able to see the items, like even when you bring up, like, just say when you bring up the character screen where you can see the levels and stuff like that, just have little icons of what items are running, or even maybe even just at the character select screen, you know, or the loading screen, you know, because we don't get to see it, the characters, you know what I mean. The loading screen where you see all the Pokemon and stuff like that. I think that'd be really nice just to have all of that information. That gives us a ton of context and can help people with their own builds, and I think it'd be really nice. So also, let us see the cooldowns of whoever we're watching. Like, if we can't see the cooldowns, I can get that. That might be a little too much to program, like being able to, when you're bouncing around, you can see all the different cooldowns. That might be too much to keep track of, but at least let us be able to see who has Unite moves or not. Like, in the little ticker at the bottom where you see how many points everybody scored, and how many how many Pokemon are alive on the screen or something like that. Just like in like a normal match where you see a little yellow dot or white dot, whatever, above that person's head. Let's see that. Let's see like maybe just a ring around their Pokemon that fills up as their Unite move charges or something like that. That's also something that would be really nice in normal play. Like, around the Pokemon, just, you know, let's see how much their Unite move is charging, you know, so we can say, hey, let's say, oh, that guy's at 75% of his ult, and that'd be really cool. So I think that'd be just a nice thing for Spectator Mode, and even in normal gameplay. I think that'd be just a nice thing to have, a nice update to have, just be able to see the Unite moves. I would love to be able to see the cooldowns as well in Spectator Mode, but, you know, I can understand that that might be a little too much to keep track of. But yeah, so next up we got buffs and nerfs. Obviously there is a lot of things that need to be buffed and nerfed, and I could make entire videos about specific items and stuff like that, so I probably will. So I'm probably gonna wait until the season comes out before I make videos. Like I said, I did have a video about Garchomp, Gengar, and Gardevoir in the works, but I think I'm probably going to hold off on that just a little bit to see if they do get any changes in this upgraded patch, and then I will work on that. But yeah, so long and short though, we need to see buffs to Gardevoir, Garchomp, Gengar, Machamp, maybe even Absol a little bit, and then we need a huge nerf to Greedent, and we still need to nerf Lucario. There's that. As for items, I really want to see some of the pretty much useless items buffed. Like, we need a buff to Potion. It is so useless. It is so useless. There's no reason to run Potion unless it's like literally the only item you have. Leftovers, Floatstone, Shell Bell, Rocky Helmet, all these items need a buff, because like if you buff items, that increases variability into the movesets, and that changes things up a lot. Like, you saw, like, they introduced 3 new items, and it blew the doors off of the meta entirely, and I love that. So like increasing the viability of some of these items is really important. And then maybe a slight nerf to Buddy Barrier and Score Shield. But, you know, we could probably get into that once we have more knowledge about things. But that's pretty much a long and short of, like, buffs and nerfs that I'd like to see. And, yeah, that's pretty much about it. There is just, like, a few small things. I would love to see more detailed patch notes. Shout-outs to the Math Cord. Shout-outs to UniteDB. They are always on top of things whenever, you know, things come out. I just want to see more detailed patch notes, so these guys, you know, they don't have to work as hard just to find things out and stuff like that. And like, let's just say, instead of saying like nerf Lucario's attack, you give the actual numbers of how much you nerfed it by. You know, that'd be really nice. And then of course, last but not least, let's just have more skins, more items, more characters, more everything. The game is great, and it is very fun to play still, and, you know, while it's not the best experience, sometimes it always has me coming back, and I'm not gonna stop playing the game. So I think that the game is in a good spot right now. I think that there's a lot of change that need to be made, but we gotta remember, this is Season 1. There's not really too much else to say about that, though, right? It's Season 1. There's going to be a lot of changes that need to be made, and I think that this was a great experimental season, and these are just some more things that I think could be updated in the future. So anyway, though, yeah, that's about it. If you guys have anything else that you'd like to add to this, if you like my takes on some things, let me know in the comments. Like, is there anything that you personally would really like to see changed? And also go check out the video that I did where I talked about ranked. Like, that's the important thing for me personally. But that's going to be it for today, though, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. I love you all. Deuces.